up YouTube, and welcome to this Avengers Infinity War video. So if you're new to the channel, please do consider dropping a like down below and subscribing if you did enjoy the video at the end. So first of all, we are going to be talking about, well, Infinity War. And first of all, let's discuss about Loki working with Thanos. So if you have read the Infinity Saga, the comic, which is, I highly recommend checking it out, checking out Infinity War and Infinity Gauntlet. They are two really, really good comics. Sometimes the kind of the early 90s comics and 80s and 70s and even 60s, 50s, yeah, the earlier ones do feel really, really dated. An example is the Dark Phoenix Saga, which the artwork and maybe the print quality just feels a bit dated and just a bit hard to read. But here, Infinity War and Infinity Gauntlet, they are incredibly easy to read. And I don't think you'll get too many spoilers for the movie, because they seem to be adapting Infinity War Gauntlet with the Thanos, the Infinity Watch quest, all of that, along with Infinity, the most recent one, which seems to be where they're basing a lot of what the movie's based on, in the fact that Wakanda gets attacked for the Soul Stone, possibly. And, well, yeah, I would highly recommend checking those out. They're really good comics. You can check those out using the links down below to get them from Amazon, which is usually the cheapest place for comic books by far. So, Infinity War. So let's talk about Loki teaming up with Thanos. So, it's been heavily rumoured and implied that Thanos will be having or keeping Loki around. So the idea and the leaks here is the fact that Loki does give the Tesseract over to Thanos, or at least one of his Black Order. So he will be giving that over, and I expect that he will be kept around because he knows the Avengers. He's worked with a few of them. He's fought against them. And, well, he's going to want that, well, Thanos is going to want that knowledge to actually fight over against this group who are incredibly powerful. Albeit they are incredibly fractured. So the Avengers are fractured as well. We've got the kind of the version of the Secret Avengers. We've got the New Avengers and everything like that. And, well, while they are fractured, they will be used and be a big threat, of course. Now, in the comics, we had Mephisto, and Mephisto is an incredibly powerful demon, and he was actually kept around by Thanos, and Thanos actually kind of used him as like an advisor, albeit he never really took much advice. So he used Mephisto in this way, and Mephisto was giving kind of knowledge and ideas over to Thanos. So I reckon that Loki will take over this Mephisto role. So while Thanos is preparing and getting ready for his attack and using different kind of methods and going to different areas to get different soul stones, guiding his Black Order and sending the Outriders to Wakanda, well, Thanos will have Loki in his ear, giving him tips and tricks, cheat codes on how to take on the Avengers. Because Loki, if anything, he is self-serving and self-preserving. So he wants to survive, of course, doesn't he? So the fact that he will actually be able to survive in this way and be on Thanos' side, well, I really do think this is what he will actually be doing in this role. He will take that role from Mephisto. So that would fit in quite well. Now, considering he had some sort of good guy arc in Thor Ragnarok, will he actually go on to be a good guy? Possibly not, because like I said, he is self-serving. So if he does see a way where he can survive at the detriment of other people, be damned, well, he will actually take that. And that's what he did in Thor Ragnarok. He tried to take the ship, and, well, Thor, took him on and finally managed to get one over on his brother there. So that's pretty cool. I really do hope that we do see some sort of redemption for Loki, considering that he's such a big fan favourite that at this point he could never be a villain. It would not make any sense, which is why this Mephisto idea works in very well. Now, the question is, how will this film actually end? What what battles will actually take place for this? Well, that is what I'm thinking here, is the fact that we will see Loki taken back by Thanos to Sanctuary. So we've got Sanctuary 2, which is going to attack the ship with all the Asgardians on it. And, well, what will happen next is that we will see Sanctuary 2 then go back to Sanctuary, and this is where Loki will stay. Now, in the comics, once we had Thanos get all of his gems and he had the Infinity Gauntlet, he made his own place, his own base, which was called Sanctuary. So the fact that he's got his own Sanctuary here it's already existing. It's an asteroid belt. We've seen it in quite a few movies so far, such as the first Avengers, and of course as well the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So that's probably what's going to happen here. And, well, I expect the final battle to actually take place on Sanctuary. Now, bear with me here. So, first of all, we see in the trailers, we've seen the Guardians, Iron Man, and Spider-Man teaming up to take on Thanos. Now, where else could you take him on? And that would be on his home base. So that would be Sanctuary. Now, a lot of people are thinking it was Xandar. Myself, I thought it would be Xandar because one of the Soul Stones is already, the Infinity Gems is already there. So the fact that it's already there, well, he could rip that place in half and tear it up and take it for himself. And then we will have Tony Stark lead a group there to take that on. But that feels a bit too early for a space battle at the start of the movie, or maybe in the middle. So I expect this to be the end, or kind of taking place concurrently, possibly, with everything that's going on in Wakanda. So we've got Team A and Team B, so Tony Stark and that will be going at Sanctuary as well, which is what we know. We pretty much expected that group to fight together as well. In one of the behind-the-scenes videos with Tom Holland, Chris Pratt and Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., we actually saw what looks to be just like Sanctuary. And Sanctuary was seen in Age of Ultron, where we did have that threat, and we saw the vision that Tony Stark actually had of Sanctuary, with lots of Avengers actually dead on Sanctuary. So that could be what is happening. They could be fighting there on Sanctuary at the end. However, that is it for this video. Please drop a like. Please do subscribe as well. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye.